Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. So today's makeup tutorial is going to be in honor of the late Princess Diana. Today marks the 20-year anniversary of her death and we still miss her terribly. She was an absolute wonderful woman. She was an incredible mother and she was just an overall fantastic figure and inspiration for us all. And one of the things that I've always admired about her was just her makeup. She was so beautiful, she didn't need any makeup, but when she used makeup, she used it very strategically and very intensely. And she didn't use a lot, but she played up her biggest assets, which were her eyes, her cheeks, and her lips. So today's makeup tutorial is just an inspiration from Princess Diana, and I used very basic makeup and just wanting to make it look very, very simple and very glamorous at the same time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and let me know down in the comments below if there's anything that you would like to see moving forward, or if there's something that you want me to do. I'd be happy to do that for you. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoy. So sorry about that, guys. My camera stopped recording. I didn't realize it. So what I've done is I've just put the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation all over. And now what I'm doing is I'm just perfecting the areas around my eyebrows just a little bit so that there's just really good coverage there. And I'm just flicking it up a little bit. So it's blended all the way up. Those are just the places where the makeup brush, my bigger makeup brush, is just harder to get. So now that I've done that, I'm going to take my bigger brush and I'm just going to make sure that it's blended really well. So there, that's at a really good place. I'm going to go ahead and do this really quick. I'm just going to put brow gel just to make sure that everything is just really covered well. That they're in place. Really good, just like that. And so there we have it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just to set my makeup, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use the Loreal Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and set my makeup really quick. Just like that. Just a very light touch just to make sure that it sets and it stays there all day. Because I do plan to go out to dinner later on today, and so I want to make sure that this lasts all night. So there, that covers that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight under my eyes, and for this I'm going to use the famous Tarte Shape Tape. It is really good, you guys. It is quite affordable. It is heavy coverage. It doesn't crease. It doesn't crack. It doesn't do any of those things that you might have experienced with your previous concealer. And it is just really, really good, and it lasts all day. And I can tell you this, that I have extremely oily skin, and I can tell you that this works really, really, really well. While I have that there, what I'm going to go ahead and do really quick is I'm going to prime my eyelids, and with that I'm going to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. And what this does, this just ensures that my eyeshadow stays all day. And this is a step that I have to do. If you have oily skin, this is really important, because if I don't do this step, by 11 a.m. my makeup is all the way down to my cheeks. Not kidding. Not kidding at all. It is a true statement. And I'm just going to go ahead and take a quick brush. So this is from the Real Techniques. Oops, dropped it. This is from Real Techniques, and all I'm going to do basically is just blend that in there really quick. Okay, I am done with that. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to set my primer really quick. And I'm going to take a flat brush by Sephora Professional, and this is the overall shadow, and this is for Sephora Professional. Really good brush. I'm just going to set that really quick. Just like that. No big deal, just a swipe over the primer. There we go. I'm satisfied with that look. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is, I forgot my beauty blender. Oops, I have to go get my beauty blender. Be right back. So sorry you guys, I forgot my beauty blender, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in really, really good. And as you can see, it gives this glowing look. I don't know if the late Princess Diana ever used highlighter, but it looked like she might have. So I'm going to use it just because it looks really well on me, and I feel like I can benefit a lot from having concealer on. Okay, now that's done. I'm going to do the other side. I'm just going to go ahead and blend it the same way. I'm just patting it in gently. You don't need to swipe it, just pat it in. Just like that. Take my little tip here. I'm just going to blend that in the under eye really, really well. Okay, now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and bake under my eye. I don't know if Princess Diana did this part either, but for me, because it works for my skin tone and my makeup look, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put just bake, and I'm going to leave it there while I do my eyeshadow. Put a little bit more. Okay, now that that is set and ready for bake, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my eyeshadow. And I just want to go ahead and say that today I'm going to be using the lovely Jacklyn Hill Morphe palette. This palette, if you haven't been able to get it, go ahead and try and get yourself one, because this makeup is absolutely stunning. I've used it for a while now. I have been one of the very lucky ones to get this early on, and I can tell you that it is absolutely amazing. First of all, it is quite affordable for what you are getting. You're getting so many eyeshadows for so many different looks, and this is really good quality makeup. It blends really well. It stays long. I have 16 to 18 hour days. I actually have a full-time job and I work 16 to 18 hours, and this lasts all day long. The only time that I have seen it absolutely disappear a little bit is around 11 p.m. at night. So that just gives you a really good testament to how long these makeups can last, and especially if you're a working person. that is really important if you want to do your makeup and you want it to last long. This is a really good option. It is $38. You could also use someone's code to get an additional 10% off. So just a little bit of information for you there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put in my transition shade, and I'm going to use the Morphe M511 for just my transition shade. And what I'm going to use right now is I'm going to use this color. Sorry, they don't have names, so I'm going to use this color right here. And as you can see, that is used a lot because I have used this as my transition shade since I got it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do round circular motions, kind of like a windshield wiper. Hope you can see me. There we go. Very nice. And all I'm looking for is just a very light transition shade. Nothing complicated. So now I'm going to do the other side and just, again, round circular windshield wiper motions. And as you can see, it just gently places the product there. And it is really good. If you have hooded eyes, a trick that I do is I look in the mirror and I look straight, and then as I do that, I still do windshield wiper motions, but right above my open eye. And that just gives you a little trick to make sure that the coverage for your transition shade that you want is there. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Morphe R38 brush. And I'm going to take this color right here, the one that was right below it, this one, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Sorry if you couldn't see that color. This palette does not have names, which is fine by me, but now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in my crease. So the crease is right here between your eye and your eyelid, like that middle part right there. And go ahead and take your time to blend, because you want really good coverage all across the eye. And we want to remember Princess Diana was rarely seen with a lot of eye makeup, but when she did do eye makeup, she used these colors and it just flattered her blue eyes. I have brown eyes and they still look good on my brown eyes, so it doesn't matter what eye color you have. These colors on your eyes can work very well for most colors. So again, we're going to use very light colors because we are trying to do a makeup tutorial based on the late Princess Diana and her makeup looks. She didn't need a whole lot of makeup, but what she did use was very effective for her. And just keep blending until you get the covered look that you're looking for. Again, blend, blend, blend. So I think that's about right. That's about the look that I'm going for. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat shade brush, and what I like to use, this is the Royal and Langnickel Medium Eye Shader. I like this a lot. And what I'm going to do is on my eyelid, I'm going to put a lighter color. So from here, I'm going to use this color right here, because that's the look that I'm going for right now. And we don't know the exact makeup look or the makeup products that Princess Diana used. We did hear once upon a time that she used Max Factor, which is a really good product back then in that time. Now there's so many other products that you could use. So don't worry about any specific brand that you're looking to use. It is just basically like the colors that she used that you want to make sure that you can use. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other eye. Okay, so that's the look that I'm going for right now. And then now I'm going to take a smaller brush, which is, this is what I like. This is the Morphe E17. It's that brush. And it is really good. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take like a darker color. I think maybe like a color like this or this. I haven't figured it out yet, but I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that one. And so I'm just going to darken it right here in the corner of my eye. Just like that. So you can see there's very light in the corner. That's all I'm going for. Nothing dramatic because she didn't do a lot of dramatic makeup. So we are just trying to duplicate how we think her makeup was. But she always looks so stunning. And so that's pretty much the look that I'm going for. So now I'm done with the eyeshadow. Now what we're going to do is we're going to play with eyeliner and with mascara, which is basically what Princess Diana did a lot. She had really good eyeliner and she had the most amazing eyelashes. She, as far as I could tell in my research, she did not use false eyelashes, but she did use mascara and she put it on a certain way, which I'm going to do in this makeup tutorial. But for right now, I'm going to use the Ciate Wonderland gel eyeliner, and we are going to put it in the line of our eyes, and we're going to put it in our waterline, and we're going to make that look like the way Princess Diana often did. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wipe off the bake. There was a little bit of fall off from the eyeshadow, so it's going to come right off. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to hold it here on the side of my eye so I can do it right. So just like that, and we're going to blend it out in a little bit. So, well, let me just do this eye first before we do the other eye. And all I'm doing is I'm taking a little brush just like this, and I'm going to blend it out a little bit. Just like that, and I have it on my waterline, and I have it right on the outside, and then I took a brush like this and I blended it a little bit. On the top of my eye, I am going to be using the KatvonD ink liner in the color Trooper. It is waterproof and it stays on forever and ever and ever. I just love it. So I'm just going to do the top part of my eye. I am not going to do a wing liner. Princess Diana rarely used a wing eyeliner. In fact, I've never seen her use a wing eyeliner, so we're not going to do that for this tutorial. So I'm only going to line the upper part of my eyelid really quick. Just like that. I just put a very light liner. You don't need a lot because she didn't put a lot on. So you can do however you think you want to do it, but this is just all I'm going to do for this makeup tutorial. So now let's go ahead and do the other eye. And I'll be right back. There we go. Now again, on the top, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do that little light line, and that's it. And so there, so that's the look that I'm going to go for right now. So that's it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to contour a little bit. Princess Diana didn't contour a lot, but I think for me to achieve the look that she had, I do need to contour just a little bit. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Sorry, I just butchered that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead, just put a little bit right there. And it smells really good, you guys. This is like chocolate all the way. I'm going to bronze up here just a little bit. Let me go ahead and take a smaller brush. This one I'm going to be using is the XO Beauty bronzer brush. It's made in Italy. It's just a little bit smaller, allows for a little bit more control. Smells really good, you guys. Go ahead and just do that up there. We don't want to go too dark because basically what she did a lot of blush, and that looked really well for her, and we're going to do blush in just a minute. So that's that. So then for the blush, we are going to use KatvonD Shade and Light Blush. This is Hansel and Gretel. So let's go ahead and use this. And I am going to use the Morphe E34 brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and just do it like that. I think this is a color that Princess Diana had used or could have used. And I tried to get it into the pink shade as best as I could. So this is what we're going with. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to sharpen up this blush look. I don't think Princess Diana did this, but like I said earlier, this is what works for me nowadays. So think of it as a Princess Diana makeup look modernized 20 years later. So that's the best way that I could describe it. Although she had such beautiful skin, she wouldn't have needed to do any of this. She was just so beautiful, so amazing. The world still misses her. I still miss her. I loved her fashion. I loved how she cared for her boys. Just an inspiration for all the mother-to-bees, you know, what it's like to be a mother. So she's just an inspiration for us all, and, you know, we miss her terribly. So I hope I can capture, you know, a lot of the makeup in this makeup tutorial that she did, and it just kind of remembers her. So I hope that does for you too. Okay, so now we don't need to leave this on for too long. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just wipe it off really quick. Okay, Now, I'm going to use 3 mascaras, and here's why. So, Princess Diana used black mascara and she used blue mascara. So, for this makeup tutorial, I'm going to use all 3, but I'm going to use 3 different types of mascaras. So, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Luminous Lash Paris, this one. And then I'm going to be using the Telescopic Mascara by L'Oreal. This is my all-time favorite. This is the mascara that I use all the time. And it makes my eyelashes look like I have false eyelashes. I've had so many people say, oh my gosh, are you wearing false eyelashes? And I'm like, no, this is the L'Oreal mascara. So I'm a fan. Then I have the MAC Zoom Lash, and this is going to be in the color Raven Blue. So this is what I'm going to put at the very end. All right, so let's get started. So first I'm going to use the L'Oreal mascara. And how I'm going to do it is I'm going to open my eyes really wide and I'm going to get to the root and I'm going to wiggle it out. Okay, so hang tight. If you can't see me, it's because I'm looking in the mirror. Okay, so there's that for right now. Now I'm going to take my telescopic mascara and I'm going to see how cute that is. Look at that. That is amazing. You're going to see how long my eyelashes are going to get. And so there. That is the look that we're going for. I'm going to let that dry a little bit while I do the other side. And then we're going to put on the blue mascara last. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to do the telescopic mascara. Okay, so there you have it. So now we're just going to let that dry for a quick minute, and while that dries, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put lip liner on, and this is the navy color Cocoa L07, and I'm just going to use it to line my lips. I have very small lips, so I have to line them up a little bit. I understand that Princess Diana might not have done that, but I'm going to do it for this makeup tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to take the Urban Decay in the color Amulet, and I'm going to put it on the sides of my lips. So just so that you can see, this is the Urban Decay lip gloss in the color Amulet. So I'm going to make it look like that. And then I'm going to take the Jeffery Star Velour Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the color Mannequin, and I'm just going to kind of tie it all together so that it has the same look that the Princess Diana wore a lot.